people. Que pasa, sakpa, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Now, people, I am going to analyze an incident that took place off Mandela Highway, where it is said that 2 security guards, they were found DEAD from GUNSHOT wounds. Their names, Mr. Small, Mr. Royal. Now these persons were employees, security guard of China Harbour Engineering Company, that is off Mandela Highway. Based on the Popo reports, one person was found in a trunk of a Toyota, I think, don't quote me. The next one was found in bushes. The Popo said that there were 3 security guards that night. However, them can't find one. So them a wonder, them a ponder. I wonder if him do it or him and him friend them do it. And then him take for himself. However, people, the man turned up at the Popo station the other night, last night or so. And when him reaching, him look panicky. Him look like when a deer in front of the headlight of a 18-wheeler. He was emotionally traumatized, to say the least. When him hear say him 2 co-worker gone, one in a trunk, one in a bush, and he knew or know that it could have been him. Obviously, he gave a statement, and based on the interview that was done by detective, they surmise that him not have nothing to do with it. He is the lucky of the 3. Obviously, the other 2 lose them life. So people, through a process of elimination, and I am not the detective, but me just a streetwise person with common sense and went to some very, very good school. So therefore, in my opinion, may I go say, the person that did this is going to be a disgruntled employee. However, what makes that a little less likely is that he would not take away security guards. He would have taken away the employer, meaning the infrastructure people. And then again, with our mentality, we might be mad at the infrastructure man and take it out upon the guard. But me just say, it's hardly likely. So what could be the motive? The motive could be like a lot of persons and people that I know directly, on yang bike, people pull up on them, run them down, GUN them down, take with the bike, same way after them, KILL, the man. Same thing with motor vehicle. You go buy a vehicle, you have your money. Them don't have no vehicle to sell you, but them want your cash. However, a lot of time, people get car, JACKED, or bike, JACKED, for your own property, including your cell phone, including jewelry, including cash. These people are so evilous. These people are so dangerous. These people are so wicked. They don't think about the trickle-down effect. So now, people, walk with me. China Harbour Engineering Company have a whole bunch of tractor, a whole bunch of construction equipment, a whole bunch of people in Jamaica. I am speaking about dons that are also involved in all sorts of construction for launder the money. Them want the parts or them want the actual machine. More like the parts, because you can't drive around with a tractor or a full trailer, whatever it is. So therefore, I am assuming people remember, say, me never did it. I am assuming that them want a particular equipment, so therefore them figure if them go there, take away the security them, take them out, ASSINATION, hopefully me I spell it. Them can take the equipment where them want. And then them can do whatever they want to do with it. So therefore, if nobody not there to say anything or give any sort of account, everybody silent, I mean in the worstest way possible, then they can take this piece of equipment. And remember, if them are take people, if you want like a cell phone worth 10,000, 5,000, or one little NSYS chain, or one little yang bike, don't you think that they would take away purses for equipment that are valued in the millions of dollars, where they themselves probably can't get the parts, don't intend to pay for the parts, so therefore, them rather, for dirt you, rather take away 3 purses. They don't look at the implication of what happened to these 3 persons. So them have wife, them have mother, them have pitney, them have people who like them, friends that appreciate them being alive. So people, it only shows you that Jamaica gone to the dogs and people. Me never did it, I know me, but me just say, common sense tells you that the motive behind this is to pull off some sorts of robbery. Now, if the investigators who are the professionals come up with an next motive, kudos to them. But me just say, in my opinion, the motive was robbery for some sorts of expensive equipment. Point blank and period. Now, the next thing that is popping in the news is a hot topic about an incident that occurred in Spalding, that is in Manchester, wherein a group of persons went to rob a supermarket. After the smoke cleared, at least 5 people get caught up. 2 of them did not make it. 2 of them were taken to the hospital. Based on what the Popo are saying, this person is said to be a group of organized criminal network. Based on the information, it is also said that after the incident over the weekend, a JCF member, police constable to be specific, he was taken in to the station with suspicion of robbery, being linked to those men that pulled off that robbery / MVRD3R and then take with themselves. Now, for those persons that are not familiar with the story, a group of men roll up in a Mark X, jack up the whole supermarket. After them left, them blaze up the place. Popo found 70 spent shells. That means that at least 70 cans were dispensed, in which they found could be more. There are a couple of videos with the robbery and also with the SHOOTING. That SHOOTING lasted over 2.5 minutes. However, that 2.5 minutes that they wasted without any sorts of sense or provocation would lead to their being caught in a place called Williamsfield down the road. Police set up some sorts of roadblock and they caught 4 men, one of them 19-year-old. When they searched the vehicle, them find a K-47, 2 handguns, 90 rounds of ammunition. So people, 70 spent shell and 90, that are 160. These persons must have been preparing for AR. However, what is shocking is that when they were pulled over by the Popo, it seems as if they forget all their badness. Them have badness amnesia. Them never remember, so them have the tool. And I am saying, I am not encouraging anybody to get in any sorts of SHOOT outs with members of the Armed Force, JCF, JDF, because those persons, meaning the JCF or JDF, could also get hurt. We have zero problem with these gunmen, all four of them getting taken out in an instant, immediate, case open, case closed, closed casket. We don't have a problem with that, and I am sure that I echo the sentiments of most Jamaicans. So may I ask myself, and persons are asking, Jano Star, why the Popo never just take them out? Now we have to go finance, have some bad breed pitney, where we are saying go to prison and a finance them 3 square meals a day, court costs, all sorts of transportation for the Popo back and forth to court to their destination. Me I talk about the big yard. We did not sign up for that. What we signed up for is immediate elimination, Bacon and Pyro. So anyways, me I said to myself, alright, maybe the Popo get some sorts of things, say, alright, it's a Mark X. Them never sure. So when them set up the roadblock, them never just want to do it most Jamaican would want them to do. Pretty much set FLAMES from those pretty rifle what they are posing with and a joke people in them chest with down at the garrison. We would have liked for them to pretty much empty everything, reload and empty again. So therefore, when it is all said and done, the car was under FIRE. All them have to say, get the old script, dust it off and look on it and just regurgitate. The Popo came under FIRE. We took evasive action, and after the smoke clear, 4 men, 4 robbers, known robbers. So I am figuring that, yeah, the robber them kind of get bummy, or them know so the odds was stacked against them. So when the Popo pulled them over, wanted to make sure that these were the actual robbers, because remember, the chopper them enough Mark X out there, especially the color in which they were driving. So the Popo was not sure, so they erred. When them should not ear it out, they erred on the side of caution. So therefore, after the man them come out, you know, so them had do the whole routine, the protocol, put your hands in the air, wave them like you just don't care, laddie, laddie, laddie. Come out of the car, get down flat, pan your knee, pan your face, and then when them go search, and looking at the car, and see the rounds, and see the A, and see the next thing. What do you think the Popo them say? Me mama PUSSYRAASCLAAT. Are the boy them this? However, people, there might be a next twist and turn to it. Maybe them here say one of these persons could possibly be the Popo. So people, like the news say, a Popo constable was taken into custody. It is said that he might be affiliated. He might have been there because based on the Popo report also, at that night or on that night in question, there were also 2 other cars with other GUNMEN playing lookout or fortifying the robbery. For what the word? Whatever the word is, them I make sure say the rest of them cronies okay. So people, like me say, this was an opportunity that was missed out by the Popo, and these 4 young men are fortunate to be alive because the Popo did not do their due diligence. The Popo pretty much FUCKED up on this one, and we see say a Popo is also implicated. People, what is going to happen in a Jamaica? Dog I go eat with supper. Dog should have ate those 4 persons supper, including the other 2 carload of people them. Point blank and period. Now people, remember I used a thing and I said, based on what the Popo is saying, this is an organized criminal network. And people, organized criminal network is not the average criminal in a Jamaica. That means the people them didn't move like them have some sorts of military background. Do you remember there was a case in a place called Guinea Tree Same sort of supermarket R0BB3RY in which some man step out like the military, that even the poor get afraid of them. They were in some sort of SHOOT out with the poor, only for years after the SMOKE clear. Persons were speculating that, listen, some of these persons in the robbery might have been members of the JDF or JCF. So people, we have to ask the question, seeing that a JCF constable was arrested with implication of linking with this crime, are these the same set of persons? Only time will tell. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Now the next thing that is popping is an update about a story that occurred, an incident that occurred other day, maybe about a week or so ago in Westmoreland, wherein 39-year-old Kerry-Ann Williams, she is said to be a weed farmer. She was taken out by her boyfriend. Her body was found wrapped up in some sort of white sheet, in some sort of shallow GRAVE. It is said that the person who was the person of interest or suspect was her boyfriend. At the time, even the family member don't know the man's name. She pick up this man. This man is said to have been from Spanish Town. So therefore, she get a man. She and the man live. Things did not work out. Some sort of altercation based on the poor report and autopsy. She was juke up in the chest. Him take her out of the house and go fling her down in the grave. Now this man was on the run for a couple of days. However, I guess him family member them, more than likely him mother talk to him and say, listen, you know what, them people are fine you, because when them fine you, them are go CHOPP you up very fine in a little pieces. So therefore it seems as if he make better heads prevail, and he went and he turned himself to the poor station in a St. Catherine. That man's name is Courtney Cooper. Courtney Cooper is 26-year-old. So she, 39, him 26-year-old. He was officially charged after confessing. Told them exactly what he did. And obviously, like me say, the residents, the family member, know him face, might not know his or might not have known his proper identification. However, I am sure that now that he is locked up, they will go on identification parade and do their due diligence, their civic duty. Now people, one of the child, the daughter of this lady, Mrs. Williams, she said, listen, me just lose her father. I am now going to be the person who is responsible for taking care of all these picnic that this lady and the father left. So therefore, it is now on top of the fact that I have lost my mother after losing my father. Now I'll have to bear the burden. So people, these people don't realize that whenever you take away somebody, there's a domino effect. Negative effect on these persons financially, emotionally. They are traumatized. People are not supposed to go through this burden, especially younger people. However, people don't learn. Listen, whenever you pick up SHIT, you end up with SHIT. And if sometimes some of these women would do their due diligence, instead of picking up a man for the bedwork sensation, they pick him up for what is on his mind, his personality, because the life that you save could have been or could be your own. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos straight to the point, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. And last but not least, word to the wise. Whenever you are rising in life, there's always going to be a set of vipers. They see your potential. They realize that your ceiling is in the stratosphere because of their insecurity, because of their hate, because they realize that persons like them for who they pretend to be, which is actually not who they are. So therefore, for them to feel as if they are up, they are going to do everything within their means to bring you down. Point blank and period.